Infinity War, more like Infinity Bore, because the first half was honestly kind of boring upon second viewing. Don't get me wrong, it was a pretty damn good movie all around, but I realized what kept me on the edge of my seat the first time watching it was the first ever Marvel movie that I had seen in which I wasn't sure who could and couldn't be killed off. The second half was still great, but I feel like the first half relied a bit heavily on what audiences already expected going into the film. This is probably why the people I saw it with who weren't as familiar with Marvel films didn't enjoy it as much. They never had the thought of, oh geez, this is the big Marvel movie, characters might die. To them it was just a normal superhero movie, and because of that it wasn't as suspenseful, and at times even boring. Upon second watching, I realized that Gamora was a terribly written character in this film. There were times where her lines genuinely sounded like they were written by a child. In one of the beginning scenes, she tells Star-Lord that, if Thanos ever catches me, I need you to kill me. And she makes him swear on his mother that if the time comes, he will do it. Then 2 scenes later, Thanos catches her. Star-Lord walks out with his gun drawn, aimed at Thanos, as Thanos basically holds Gamora in a chokehold. Star-Lord talks some big smack, and while this is happening, the entire audience knows what Star-Lord promised to do. It's not like they forgot, it's not like they needed to be reminded, it happened 2 scenes ago, and yet for some reason, they thought it was necessary to have Gamora go, not him, me, in reference to who Star-Lord's about to shoot. Way to fucking go, genius. You basically directly told Thanos, yeah, I want this guy to kill me. It's not like if Thanos doesn't want that to happen, he can't, take precautions to prevent that from happening. It's not like he has 3 fucking Infinity Stones at this point. It's not like you could have stated it in a more subtle way, like, you promised, or something along those lines, so Thanos doesn't know what's going on and can't take precautions to prevent Star-Lord from taking the shot. And then, surprise, surprise, Thanos stops Star-Lord from killing her. Who could have saw that coming? That's not even the worst example. The worst example is when Thanos and Gamora are on top of that mountain thingy trying to get the Soul Stone. It's revealed that in order to get the stone, Thanos has to throw something off the mountain that he loves. And Gamora just starts laughing at him, like, oh, you're screwed now. You're never gonna get that stone because there's nothing that you love. I've been around you ever since you adopted me as a young girl and raised me as your own daughter, and in that whole time, I never saw you love anything. I'd bet this heart-shaped necklace that you gave me when I was 9 that you sure feel silly now. I can't wait to see the look on your face during our yearly Thanksgiving dinner when we all go around the table saying what you're thankful for, and you always put your hand on mine and say you're thankful for family, knowing that you'll never get all the Infinity Stones because there's nothing that you love. Hey wait, why are you trying to throw me off this mountain? It's silly, and Gamora looks like a total jackass during the scene. The entire audience knows that Thanos has to throw Gamora off the mountain. It's not like it was a big twist to anyone. Especially considering that Gamora cried when she thought that she had killed Thanos. I guess she just has no concept of that feeling being mutual. She has to go on a cocky-ass monologue that makes even the audience think of her as a dipshit before she's killed off. It's honestly just a waste of a character death. Also, in general, what is up with the whole, you have to complete this test to get the Soul Stone thing? None of the other stones had tests attached to them. It wasn't like, oh, you want this Space Stone, or you're gonna have to win a game of Twister against an octopus. Time Stone, well, I guess you better be ready to speedrun Mario on the Nintendo 64. Also, who created this test? Was it the stone? If that's the case, couldn't a physical embodiment of the stone be the gatekeeper? That way they wouldn't have to bring back Red Skull, that fan favorite villain that everyone was just on the edge of their seats waiting for him to make a comeback. And who guarded the stone before the Red Skull? Was there just no one? Did the stone just wait around and hope that by chance somebody hikes up the mountain and a gust of wind blows off their favorite hat that they love more than anything because their mom got it for them as a birthday present off the edge so the stone can finally reveal itself to someone? What would have happened if Thanos brought a bungee cord with him? Does Gamora have to hit the ground, or is hers being tossed off enough? What happens if the thing you love most is a bird? These are all important questions that we may never get the answers to. Speed round! Why couldn't Doctor Strange portal back to Earth, drop off the stone, then come back to fight Thanos? Why doesn't Thanos kill anyone who attempts to kill him? He goes out of his way to restore Thrax and Mantis. Why does anything that Thor does on the neutron star work? Why could those circle things go under Wakanda's force field? Are you telling me you seriously could have just dug under it this entire time? force of a neutron star not burn off Thor's clothes. If only there was a quick, non-lethal way for Tony to knock Star-Lord away from Thanos before he went berserk.
Sorry.
And finally, addressing the title for Infinity War 2. Everyone's been making a big deal about how it hasn't been announced yet. But I think it has. I think you just have to know where to look. Think about it. What's the next big Disney title that's coming out? Mary Poppins Returns. And if you watch the trailer, you can clearly see that she already has the Space Stone and the Reality Stone. I think she's going to be the one to kill Thanos. But that's just a theory. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see others like it, thanks.